Okay, let's start.
Good evening, everyone. I'm glad that I'm the opening speaker of this discussion, and today our topic is who created God. So let's start. I think it's an on and on discussion. I don't think it's an end, but still, I'm going to give my perception about this topic. So let's start with what is God or who is God. So I think God is supreme and ultimate reality, which is full of perfect of power, full of energy, kindness, and worship as a creator and ruler of our universe. When if we will call God in our other hands, so some is known as an monotheistic, and the another
Monotheistic.
monotheistic, and the second one is polytheistic. Monotheistics always believe that there is only one God.
Let me explain. Mono means single. Monotheistic, one who believes in single entity. And poly means many, one who believes in many gods. Yes, carry on.
So monotheistics are only believing there is only one deity, and the polytheistics believes in there is unitary deity. So like monotheistics comes with the religion of Islam, Christians, and polytheistics comes with the religion of Hindu. Hindu religion always believes there is lots of God, and usually Islamic and Christians believe in there is only one God. And when we will go for the scientifically, so in 1931 there was a George Lemaitre, a priest. He he was a priest and he proposed a theory. It is called by Big Bang theory. So according to that theory, the universe is created by a one tiny imaginary point which is expanded by heat and density. After that, it creates a universe. But as per my perception, it's very hard to accept it. I think there is not like that because our nature is very stable, and there is the reason that I believe in God, because I think nobody can create the God. It's always being the existence. So
So there is no creator of the creator.
yeah, there is no creator of the creator.
Okay, what is the opinion of other people? Do you agree with this? That there is no creator? So then how did this creation come into existence? Now the $1,000,000 question is that who created everything? And if the creation is there, so there must be a creator also. And if there is a creator, then who has created that creator? So now, like, things are getting hot. So let me know, what is your opinion? What do you really think? Do you think whatever that she has said, it holds any water? Or you have your own way of thinking or saying things? What do you think?
So I also agree with her because God created everything. I am theist, so in my opinion, God created everything. Even human can't create God. It is beyond our imagination. If there is a question comes in mind, if human created God, then human can't create ocean, seas. So isn't this possible? Because God created everything. Nature is also a God. And firstly, God created 7 things in the world. First thing is the
What is your
sky.
perception? Why are you drawing two parallel lines, God and creation? So do you want to say that God is the ultimate creation? God is the cosmos, or who is the real creator?
So, in my opinion, real creator is the God, because God created everything.
Okay, God has created everything in your, like, as you believe.
Yes,
So where does this belief come from? That's what we want to know.
because it's just most of the things happen with me.
Hmm.
Like it shows that God created or existence of God.
So now everybody wants to know what happened to you in the past, which made you believe in God.
Like in past, in in few months ago,
Few months ago.
I was in trouble, and at that time I was not able to understand what should I do.
What to do?
What to do at that time.
Mhm.
And also at that time my mother was not well, and I was in depression at that time.
Okay.
Then something has happened with
Something happened. Okay.
something happened with my family, and then at that time I believe, and it shows that.
But still, we are not able to understand what exactly happened. The question remains a question. So, can you let us know what exactly happened at that time that made you believe in God? So, didn't you believe in God before that
Not
happening?
believing. Like when my father told me, I know that God is. When I saw.
So, you used to believe in God, but you were not sure about your belief.
Yes.
But when something happened to you, then your belief became a concrete one, or like a solid belief. Okay, so
Like if most of the time we go Manipur Balaji, there's a something happened with human beings. So it also shows that God is.
Okay, when you see something
Yes.
beyond your imagination, then you start believing in God. So, God, according to you, God is miracle.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't agree with her. Like in Hinduism is very old religion in the world, and
Hinduism, the oldest religion.
yes, religion in the world. And there are three pillars says in Hinduism, like Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu and Lord Brahma, who made the universe and who takes care of the universe and who destroys the universe. Like in also Rig Veda says like God creates the world and after creating He takes care of it. And Rig Veda is very oldest Veda in Hinduism.
It is the oldest text of Hinduism. Okay. So, have you read it?
No, sir, I haven't read whole, but I read on Google. In that book, Rig Veda predicted about about the space.
So, what is your argument?
Seriously, I'm also confused what he wants to say.
Like in many books like Rig Veda and Yajurveda says God created the world.
So I didn't disagree.
So, what do you believe? Like, do you believe with the same belief that they have?
Why do we say that we don't agree with them?
But you showed disagreement with others, but they are also saying the same. So, might be you are barking at the wrong tree. So, what about others?
I disagree with my.
I disagree.
I disagree with my friend as he said about Rigved, and Rigved was written by human 1500 before 1500 BC. So this kind of books made by human. If I talk about any religion, and they all are exist on belief. So I don't think because before 1500 BC, Earth also existed before.
But we can't, in any religion, there is not that much imagination made. Like, there are lots of imagination made in Hinduism. Many people say that, but I believe it.
Still, we are not able to understand what you want to say. Okay, what about others? Yes.
Good evening, everyone. As per my perception.
In my perception.
Human being is a human being creation of God. A divine power called Shakti is responsible for creation of all creatures. As we learn from our mythology that the God had appeared in.
But why do we call it mythology or something like this? If it is a myth, then what is the reality then?
Reality is.
So we should not say mythology when we are saying that we believe in it.
But time to time is God in the world is. different from avatars. In the word
Incarnation.
different from avatars.
Avatar in the sense
Like
incarnations.
incarnations.
Yes,
Right.
incarnation in the sense when somebody takes a birth, or reincarnation, rebirth. In like one person leaves his body and finds another one. Yes. So what about others?
They found on scenes and
They fight.
They fight on scenes and scenes scenes being a welfare and well-beings.
So what is your point? What do you want to say?
My point is human being
Have created the God.
created the God.
So the ultimate God has been created by humans. She is saying.
Rama and Krishna is also human being, but we have worshipped.
But one hand you are saying that that is called incarnation. On the other hand you are saying they are human.
No, it's the divine power.
Okay, so you believe in divine power. But you are at the same time you are saying that human have created God. So don't you think you are giving two contradicting statements at the same time? Okay, what about others? Yes, mister.
So in my opinion, humans create a god. So first of all, I want to tell you the human origin. In the earlier period, we have seen the human origin involves in the process of involves in natural process, and humans are also create a god for our needs. And we have seen the paintings in the caves in the Harappan civilizations and other phases, and they are painted the different types of paintings like animals and other paintings for our needs. So day by day developments of the process of making God are.
Okay.
So I want to educate my friend. Earlier you told in Harappa civilization. So when scientists or human being dug that civilization, we found that civilization. Even we proved that the god Lord Shiva. So at that time also human beings worship gods.
In Harappa civilization.
Yes. Indus Valley civilization, Harappa civilization.
But our topic is not to dig into the past. Our topic is like who has created? Who is the creator? Is there any creator of the ultimate creator? Have we created God, or God has created us?
Okay, in addition, I would like to take an example. Like human created a machine computer. We all know that. We are very familiar about this machine.
Familiar.
Familiar about this machine, and there's a lots of things we have to do by using it. Just suppose we need a keyboard, we need a laptop, and sometimes we need a different types of codes, decoding language, etc., etc. Just to handle a single machine, we have to face lots of difficulties. When it comes about a human being, when it comes about our nature, it's very stable. Can we see a very small difference? Like we are just inhaling the oxygen and exhaling the carbon dioxide, and which is taken by the plants. It's not like that some tiny point can create like this kind of stable nature. Everything is very stable. Like there is a cycle. We have also read about it. We already see about the life cycle. It's very stable. So I think without the preparation, without the creation, proper creation, it can't happen.
And the people sitting here, don't they have anything to say? घर जाके बोलना है आपको. Yes, madam, you also said that you prepared something, but you forgot to.
So I agree with my friend that when it comes to me, I believe that man has created God. So no one can that God created man, human being. But I can prove it that man created God. So if you said about the Ved, Big Ved, Little Ved, there are 4 Veds. So they all written by human being. And he said that about the past Indus Valley civilization. If you said about the human being worship God, there is no any point, any proof. But Buddhism, as you can say Buddha, in Buddhism, he believed in his belief. He believed in his belief, not in a God. You can say a Brahma, Brahma,
But Buddhism doesn't believe in any,
any God.
not God exactly. Even they do not believe in any incarnation or anything like this. There is no soul kind of a concept. But who has created? So do you want to say that nobody is a creator? We just simply humanity, like people on this planet, simply happened. Like there is nothing behind that. It simply happened.
Like there are many temples shows the magical power of God. Even scientists don't understand what is happening at that temple.
They are not able to figure it out.
Yes, they are not able to figure out that.
It's only fiction, not a fact.
So she is saying that she is denying. She is saying that it is a fiction,
Yeah.
not a fact.
So I want to share an
Nobody can prove it. That thing.
Okay, let her has her.
Recently you said man created God. So then man also must that how that was happening in that temple. I want to share an incident in Kamakya temple. There was in 1 week Ambubachi Mela. Ambubachi Mela held in Kamakya temple for 7 weeks. Kamakya temple is a Shakti Peeth of 52. There is a one Shakti Peeth drop in that temple. That is the main part of Goddess Sati Mata. Goddess Sati.
But how can you make someone believe?
Then how it is possible if man created God?
Because she is completely denying that.
If you don't understand something, that it means it is a miracle or it is made by God. So you are saying that.
So miracle happen because the existence of God.
So why is it because of the existence of God? There may be that you don't know about that much. So you don't have that much technology to understand it till now.
So there is a lots of technology.
How do you say that it is enough? How do you say? Maybe there will be a high technology after some time. You will understand after some
There are
time.
many kind of stones, color, chemical, many
So
things
why
like this.
color chemical changed into in Ambubachi Mela?
So she is saying that God isn't there. It is only a myth.
Many things.
So why does it take 7 days? If a miracle can happen, it can happen in 1 or 2 minutes. So why does it take 7 days?
And in that place also tantric like
Sorcerers
sorcerers
perform
perform their
rituals.
rituals.
In every temple. Yeah.
But now our topic is not about it is not restricted to one particular shrine or what particular pilgrimage. We are talking about we are talking in a broader sense. Has God created us or we have created the God? So the topic is quite clear. So I want to know who has created
So I want
who.
to ask something. Whenever any tragedy happens, so people praise God to say about after some people praise God after sparing them or any individual. But why do not they blame God if in the first place tragedy happened? Why? Because it is also a plan
First
of God.
place.
So why it
Because
happens?
a human being imbalance the nature. Like there's a industrialization in day by day. We play the nature.
We are playing with
We
the
are
nature.
playing with nature. So it also.
Okay, before this industrialization and that, there were not any natural disasters.
So there are less natural disasters,
How
but
do you-
not too much.
there were-
Okay, one by one. Make your point first. What do you want to say? What is your point?
My point is, any natural disaster, we say that everything is planned by God. So why these things happen? Which is harmful for humans. If God loves, you say that God loves human beings, so that
why they plan everything.
Why there is a suffering, why there are natural disasters, why people are dying, why some people have like misery, or why some people have different kind of problems, why there is a lot of suffering. That's what you want to say. If God is so kind, so compassionate, so why does it happen like this? Yes, if God loves everybody equally, then why there is inequality in the society?
Okay, I would like to answer because, like he's saying, first of all, I would like to contradict about the point of technology. So let's go for the. There was a very famous scientist, Stephen Hawking. So he was also search about the black hole. I think
Yes.
you all know about it, black hole. So he also believes somewhere that might be there is a myth. I also read in morning, I was reading about this on Wikipedia. So he was also somewhere like, I'm giving this definition just because of the 1931 research that there was a tiny point there, just because of that our universe is working. And when it comes about Einstein, he was also somewhere thinking about that point because they were not sure. They were that much big scientists, but they were never said that 101% I am sure about it. When it comes about mass, we all know about it. He was also not sure. He also said that I don't believe that much, but I can't deny that there is no God. And it's all about the England. If we are saying that in India, people are might be not that much educated, but in England also there is a lots of church. They also believe in that. And when it comes to our country, with a totally very big proof we have, like when we think about Mahabharata, there is a proof in Kurukshetra. There is a proof, and it can't be man-made. So I think God is there, and there is supernatural powers, and that's why we are believing. And nobody can't create it.
So God manifests in different ways. She is trying to say that. So what?
According to my point of view, like
In my perception.
in my perception, that human created a god for their own benefits. If I talk about the Europe around the 13th to 14th century, the Christian priests they gave that theory that sun revolves around the earth. But after some time, scientist Galileo Galilei he proved that theory wrong, and then he gave that theory that earth revolves around the sun. And in Europe we can read on, like we can study in history also that they charge tax on the basis of God, Christians and the priests.
So I would like to say one more point. As she said that Mahabharata and about in England Christianity, people believe it. Firstly, we should know about in Christianity, they always believe in Christianity. Why? He also create a status or symbol to Jesus. He never ever said to accept he as a God. And when it comes to like in India and earlier period, people were not educated too much. They believe that what is rain, what is sunlight at that time. They were not educated properly. That's why they status to God. But time to time, people were developing day by day, and they understand what is the reality about it. How a solar system works. How.
So what do you want to say? God is a myth?
Yes, because they give status to people. Gave status to God.
Before people also used to believe that rain was God. Rain was a symbol of God like Indra, and they used to sacrifice many things for rain. But after some time when we get that much knowledge, that we understand. Rain is not like a God, but it can be. But it's not a God. It can.
No, but what is God according to you? Don't you think that people start giving a godly, some kind of association with the things? They start associating godly powers. Yes, give me a minute. Yes, carry on.
If something is beyond science, so most of the people think that is happened because of God, like rain and disaster, and as my friend said, black hole and multi-universe, this kind of things.
So that is my point. If there is something which is not able to judge, that's why I'm saying that there is the existence of God.
So you cannot judge the existence of God. You are saying that.
Of
So how?
course, if the things is going on, if the things is
And after some time,
happening,
that
someone
Krishna
is
get to
creator.
know.
Someone is creator there. That's why I'm telling you. It's not like I'm not able to judge you. I'm just saying that those things which is not acceptable, which is scientists are not able to judge, which is scientists are not able to find how
Those
it's
thing
happening.
is
That's
mentioned
why
in
there is
history.
separation.
Those things is mentioned in history.
Mention in history. But how?
In the book, in like
So
history.
that's thing I'm telling you. Yeah, it's mentioned. Where is the Ganga is coming? So it's mentioned in Hinduism.
That's
So
why we all believe in God.
Yeah, of course, that's why I believe in God, because there is the things which I'm not able to find where it comes from.
Yes.
So you
Someone
think-
create this nature. That's why I'm saying that God is there.
So you think
Not a
everything
human
is
person is can create it.
If we talk about Ganga, so Ganga comes from Mahadev's hair, and in his real life we all know that he comes from Himalayas.
But do you know
But don't you
that?
think that these are the metaphors that have been used at that time to make people understand?
So it means God is not exist. It's a myth
No, no,
or
no.
any story.
Metaphor doesn't mean that we are talking about mythology. Metaphors in the sense you are describing things in a different way. You are taking example of different entities. But when you hear things like this, what do you really think about the Lord Shiva? As somebody has said that Shiva is all about, I think Shiva is a creator of everything. Shiva is a creator of the Vishnu and the Brahma. Everything came from that. But if you try to understand the bigger concept, people can associate their religious feelings with that. But it is beyond that. One cannot simply say or things like this, and it is in a layman you cannot, in a layman's I think in a layman's knowledge or in a layman's language, it is quite difficult to make people understand because things are so complex. It takes time. If it were that much easy, every Tom, Dick and Harry would have understood it. Because a lot of people read a lot of scriptures and religious texts and theology, and still they are not able to come to a conclusion that God is like this or that. They take a lot of time to understand things, and by just sitting in this class and going through some of the web pages or some of the web portals, we are coming to a conclusion. So it is not that much like an authentic way of saying things. So I can simply put a question mark on your ability to say things. Why? Because what basis are you saying that? What is the source of your information? How many religious texts have you read so far? So this is the bigger question. On one hand, we are saying whatever that I believe, it doesn't mean that that is there. As you are saying, God is a myth. A lot of people believe in this. So you believe God is a myth. That is also a belief. Where did you get this belief from? This is also a belief. You haven't done any kind of experiment to come to a conclusion. What is that experiment that you carried out? Tell me. That is also a belief. If I believe in God, you are saying it is wrong belief. And you do not believe in God, it is also a belief. I can also say that you are wrong. So the argument is different. Might be you haven't gone through those things or you haven't experienced anything, so that's why you are coming to this conclusion. But this tiny bit of information cannot simply make you describe the ultimate. It requires a lot of efforts. What about others? What is your way of saying, like, what do you really believe in? Might be whatever that I believe in, you have a different belief. But still it is a belief. Do you know God is there or God is not there? Do you know that or you believe that? There is a difference. If I know God is there, so know in the sense I know it. But if I believe, I can believe anything. So if you try to put a question mark on my belief, I can put the same question mark or mark of interrogation at your belief also. What is your belief? But why do you believe in this? He is saying that God is only a myth. It is not the reality. He is trying to say that in different ways that you are a fool.
It's his belief.
It is his belief.
Yeah.
If he believes that you are a fool, it is his belief.
Yeah.
So in your belief, he can be a fool also. Yes, people have different beliefs.
You can't judge anyone.
We can't judge a book by its cover. Or anybody else who has the people, those who are sitting here holding their face like this. What do you want to say? Last.
So I think human created God because they want to teach humans from God's story to how to live, how to face difficulties. So that is why human created gods, imaginary gods. If human created God, so who created human? Human created by itself. By itself means by nature. So who created a nature?
Human came to this planet
By
accidentally. So the creation of human being is accidental. But God's creation is still in dilemma. So why there is a lot of there is a duality when we say that God is nothing, but the human creation is, the creation of human is accidental.
This topic makes us confuse a lot. Because there are
But what have you done to come out of this confusion?
Few days ago, I heard a news. NASA scientists heard the voice of black hole and that.
So why do we need, do you really know that NASA, whatever they are doing, they are really doing that? A lot of people still say that there was nobody who went to Neil Armstrong, or the Neil Armstrong did not go to the moon or some other planets. Nobody went there. So that was only a story.
But they released a voice that voice of black hole, that was Om, the sound of Om, and that is related to.
So if NASA says that there is a God, you will believe. Because your belief is on their belief. So he says that.
Sir, he's saying something.
So someone wants to say that we have been created, but we don't have any kind of proofs. But there is a belief. It's mean if we want to do anything, why does anyone pray? It's mean God is everywhere, in any place. So he's saying if we pray, so then God exists. So I can't simply say that by just praying something, we can come to the existence, or we can come to a conclusion that God is there. It is a very complex question to answer. Because we cannot simply say the things that you want to hear. A lot of people believe that God isn't there. But if you already have a fixed belief and I am making you understand, you will not understand. Why? Because you have a fixed belief. You have already made your mind that God isn't there. But if somebody says that God is there, it is very difficult to make that person understand that you are just wasting your time. There is no God. It is only an imagination. So now it varies from one person to the other. We can't simply say that whether God. Even I am quite baffled by this particular topic, whether God is there or not. So it's a very complex topic. We might take it further in coming classes. I hope you will come with more concrete evidence to support your argument, and you will go through and you will go for the in-depth knowledge of this topic. Or next time if you come and prepare this topic well, so let me know. We will definitely go for this second part of this topic, but not this week, next week. So thanks for coming. The time is running out. We're gonna see you people tomorrow. So till that time, now you can clap for yourselves. Thank you everyone.